Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the University of Livingstonia Foundation fundraiser. I should say good morning because on the West Coast where we have some guests, it is morning, and in Malawi where people are watching, it is night. So I will just say greetings. And we're very happy to have you with us today, and we will be learning a lot about the University of Livingstonia in Malawi. We'll be having some wonderful music and a number of guest speakers, including students from the University of Livingstonia. So we hope you'll join us for the entire program. Thank you. And now I would like to introduce Reverend Leslie Klingensmith. I'm a member of St. Matthew Presbyterian Church, and Leslie is our wonderful pastor. She and St. Matthew both have supported the University of Livingstonia Foundation and the university for a number of years, and we're always glad to have them participate in the fundraiser. We usually have it at the church, but due to the pandemic, of course, we're having it here as a virtual. So Leslie, please.
Thank you, Donna, and hello, everyone. I am really happy to be with you this afternoon. As Donna mentioned, St. Matthew Presbyterian Church has many close ties to Malawi, a number of Malawian members, and we have supported the University of Livingstonia for many years. We are proud of that and always so happy to hear about the lives that are being changed and the opportunities that are being seized by the University of Livingstonia and the education they provide its students. So I cannot wait to hear from the students today and to hear more about what's going on at the university. I just want to send a shout out to our Malawian sisters and brothers. I look forward to the day when we can have this fundraiser back at St. Matthew Presbyterian Church, but in the meantime, technology is a gift that allows us to connect across the miles. So I want to give everybody a big hello, but especially our Malawian friends, and say you have a lot of people here in the United States and at St. Matthew Presbyterian Church who are thinking of you and keeping you in our prayers. And I aspire to come to your country and visit you someday and visit the university because you all are very, very close to my heart. Thanks very much. And I'm thrilled and honored to be part of this today.
Thank you, Leslie, so much. Now I would just like to introduce our MC for the afternoon or morning or evening, wherever you are. It's Dr. Zepa Vokiwa. He is one of our board members, and he has served as the MC for this fundraiser for a number of years, and he does just a super job. So we keep calling him back. So anyway, I'm going to be turning over the program to Zepa. I'll be back with you towards the end of the program, and please enjoy the music, the speeches, everything. I think before Zepa starts, we're going to have some music by Jacko Jana, who is a Malawi artist.
Hello, I'm Jacko Jana from Malawi. I'm a singer-songwriter, I'm an acoustic guitar player. I'll be performing. The first track that I'll be doing today is called Maybe Tomorrow. Maybe Tomorrow is a song that talks about the better days that we always hope for as a human being. So yeah, please enjoy. tomorrow, maybe tomorrow. So maybe tomorrow, tomorrow, maybe tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow, tomorrow, maybe tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow, tomorrow, maybe tomorrow. Tomorrow, tomorrow, maybe tomorrow. Tomorrow, tomorrow, maybe tomorrow. Oh, maybe tomorrow, tomorrow, maybe tomorrow. Oh, maybe tomorrow, tomorrow, oh, maybe tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow, tomorrow, maybe tomorrow. Oh, I say maybe tomorrow. I say tomorrow, oh, maybe tomorrow. Hoping for tomorrow. Tomorrow, I say tomorrow. You're hoping for tomorrow, maybe tomorrow. Tomorrow, I say tomorrow. I say tomorrow, tomorrow, tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow, tomorrow, maybe tomorrow. I say maybe tomorrow. I say tomorrow, maybe tomorrow. Thank you.
Greetings, everybody. It gives me pleasure to be your MC today. And we have a big challenge in front of us. This is fundraising for our university in Malawi, University of Livingstonia in Malawi. Our target today is to make sure that each one of us plays a key role in supporting our university. Let me share the fact that our target funding is 15,000, but so far we've raised 7,400, and we can say that we are halfway there. Before we continue, let me share the fact that many people, including me growing up in Malawi, I will use the adage that it takes a village to raise a child. Our child that we are talking about today is the University of Livingstonia. Can it be raised by one parent? No. All of us. So we are a village. Let's raise the child called University of Livingstonia. I'll come and share with you a little bit more of what has happened that in 2003, the university opened with 45 students. And the first graduation was in 2007. That's 4 years later, 4-year degree, but with 35 students. But as we speak now, we have 2,000 students with a hope that this October, 500 of the students will graduate. But our target for this fundraising that I've mentioned today, it just shows that none of the activities at UNILIA can take place if there's no concomitant financial support. Anyway, glad that we are here today, and I hope our time will be a useful time for the fundraiser. Thank you, everybody.
second track that I'll be performing. This one is called I Will Shine. It's very uplifting to a lot of people, those that would like to make it in life. If you have a dream, a vision or something, and you believe in yourself, young man, you're going to make it. Promise you. So one day I'll shine. So that's the song. It's called I Will Shine. Please enjoy it. The stars will always be the stars. The moon will always be the moon. It doesn't matter how I look to you today. Yeah. Cause today I doesn't have my tomorrow. The sun will always be the sun, hanging in the space as we go around. I see the sun will always be the sun, hanging in space as we go around it. You see, to them guys, but on time to show, yeah. Sometimes now, my times is here. I say, you see, each one of guys, but on time to shine, yeah. Sometimes now, my time's here, yeah. I'm a soul. One day I'll shine. Yes, I'll be the star, the moon. I'm a soul. One day I'll shine. One day I'll shine. Yes, it's a color in your swimwear. Nituwa Tikulina needs a 20 more. Tikulina needs a 20 more. It's a color in your swimwear. Nituwa Tikulina needs a 20 more. Needs a 20 more. Yes, one day, one day, one day, one day, one day I'll shine. One day I'll shine. Yes, one day, 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 one day I'll shine. One day I'll shine. Yes, one day, one day, one day, one day I'll shine. Yes, I will show. I'll be the star, the moon, I'm the sun. One day I'll shine. One day I'll shine. Yes, I'll be the star, the moon, and the sun. One day I'll shine. One day I'll shine. Yes, it's a color in your swimwear. Nituwa Tikulina needs a 20 more. Tikulina needs a 20 more. Yes, it's a color in your swimwear. Nituwa Tikulina needs a 20 more. Needs a 20 more. One day, one day, one day, one day, one day I'll shine. I'll shine. Yes, one day, one day, one day, one day, one day I'll shine. One day I'll shine. Ooh, ooh, yeah, yeah. I'll be the star, the moon, and the sun. It's I will shine, I will shine. Thank you.
Thank you, Jaco, Jano. That's very, very touching. I just wanted to thank everybody one more time and share a little bit of what Ken Gentili and I did in terms of trying to do some fundraising. We carried out a 500-mile trek. He is in his 80s, Ken, he shared with me, and then I am just a little younger than him, very younger than him. But we challenged each other to cover 500 miles walking. I did my walking here in Atlanta, nearly 5 to 6 days a week, on average 11 miles. And Ken is so strong, he was even doubling that. But we carried out a 500-mile trek between Atlanta and Washington, where Ken Gentili is. We are supposed now to have our colleague Patrick Manjawala. Is Patrick in? If you are, it's your turn now. Patrick Manjawala.
Hello, my name is Patrick. I'm from Malawi. I was born and raised in Zuzu. Yeah, my parents still live there. Yeah, so I went to the University of Livingstonia in 2012, but because I didn't have funding by then, so I got kicked back. So I went home and stayed for a year. The whole year of 2012, I was at home. Then in 2013, Mary Louise Peterson gave me funding. So I was able to go back to school. So I went to school in 2013, that is in the 4th semester. Then I completed my studies in 2017. Yeah, I graduated in October 2017. Then in 2018, that was the following year, I came to the United States to do my graduate degree program at Miami University. Yeah, which I completed in 2020, yes, last year. Then I moved to the University of Cincinnati, which is just like an hour away from Miami University. Yeah, so I am really glad to be here to share my experience. I have benefited a lot from the scholarship foundation you guys are offering to the students in Malawi. There are many more children in Malawi who are not able to do their school because of the funding, because of the scholarship, because of the poor economic background, just like myself. So I really benefited from this scholarship. For me to get to this point that now I am here in the United States, I am at the University of Cincinnati, it's because of the scholarship funding that you gave me when I was in Malawi. So I'm very thankful for that. I'm really glad, and I wish you to keep this up so that many more people can benefit from this. There are so many Malawians who have got the potential, who have got the talent to do something, but because of the economic situation back home, they are not able to pursue their dreams. So I am very thankful that I was one of the very few beneficiaries from this program, and I really wish you all the best, and wish you extend this program to many people I am very happy to be here. I'm very happy to progress in my goals. I'm very happy that one time when I'm also ready, I should be able to help someone to achieve their dreams. Thank you so much. I wish you all the best. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Patrick, for that sharing. When the child is being raised, they say to the parents, "Oh, you've raised me. Now I'm able to walk. Now I can run. I'm now running to school." So that's a good example of Patrick that he has shared with us.
Hello, I'm Jaco Jana. I'll be performing my third track, and this one is called Shining Like Nyenyes. Nyenyes in my vernacular is a star. So basically, the song is saying, shining like a star. Please enjoy. Some people don't wish me well a day at all. I wish my earth could me back my call. They wish I was lying dead in a coffin. My wife and children crying, so I find that so cold. Denied me one day the most, all the wish unwanted. This even having bangat couple. Made me feel this sprite F was not my home. Denied the copy one in my doll. The earth, the universe, it's a different way. Down to the souls, it's towards me. I picked up a guitar, let us become a star. Now I'm a star. Don't you let them stop you from thinking, have faith, believe in yourself and take an action. I'm on top of my negatives and on top of my struggles. I'm shining like a star. You can't touch me no above the clouds, yeah. I'm shining like a star. 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 Ndikwala ngati nyenyes, ndikwala ngati nyenyes, ndikwala ngati nyenyes. Ndikwala ngati nyenyes, ndikwala ngati nyenyes, ndikwala ngati nyenyes. Don't you let them stop you from thinking, have faith, believe in yourself and take an action. I'm on top of my negatives and on top of my struggles, I'm shining like a star. I'm shining like a star, I'm shining like a star, I'm shining like a star. I'm shining like a star, I'm shining like a star, I'm shining like a star. Now the only places with me on TV stations, here on mirror stations, posts, newspapers. They keep on telling on TV and say, nobody want to real life is funny, yeah. Young man, you got to understand the life, depending on how look at yourself, spend yourself. Young man, you got to understand the life, depending on how look at themselves. They make you feel it's funny, efforts make your home, but then if you work hard enough, your life becomes better. Yeah. Don't you let them stop you from thinking, have faith in yourself and take an action. I'm on top of my negatives and on top of my struggles, I'm shining like a star. You can't touch me above the clouds, yeah. I'm shining like a star. I'm shining like a star, I'm shining like a star, I'm shining like a star. I'm shining like a star, I'm shining like a star, I'm shining like a star. Ndikwala ngati nyenyes, ndikwala ngati nyenyes, ndikwala ngati nyenyes. Ndikwala ngati nyenyes, ndikwala ngati nyenyes, ndikwala ngati nyenyes.
Sindiriku kampang buko kampang kan?
All right, we had to dance to make sure that we are a village that is very happy to raise our child called University of Livingstonia. At this stage in time, it's my pleasure to welcome our colleagues from Malawi, and we ask now the Vice Chancellor of the University, Reverend Dr. Timothy Nyasulu, to come on and share with us his perspectives and his team from Malawi. Reverend Nyasulu, please.
The assistance from the foundation started just from the time the university began in the early 2000s. And the first Vice Chancellor was Henry Kirk, who worked together with his wife Jenny tirelessly with us as the owners of the university, Synod of Livingstonia. But he thought of founding a foundation in USA, and indeed he founded the UNILIA Foundation in Washington, and from the beginning the foundation has been so active in terms of supporting the university. And there have been a number of things that from the time it started supporting the university, the list of what they have done to the university would be endless. But I would just mention some of them. Let me begin by saying that the first support was meant to target the education students scholarship, and indeed it did that, and has been growing each year as the needs were submitted to the foundation. But now we can see that that scholarship, which was initially meant for education students, it has expanded to all faculties. At that time there was only one faculty, which was education, and now we have about 6 faculties with 19 programs covered in the 3 campuses. That is Laws campus, where it started as the education faculty, and then it expanded to Equindian campus, and it has now expanded to Kaningina campus. The foundation has been key and instrumental in raising resources for the science laboratories, the computer engineering, computers for computer laboratories and staff as well as assisting internet connectivity in our campuses. If we talk about the internet issue, now we can see that Laws campus, Ekwindeni campus, and even the new campus, Kaningina. They are better compared to other institutions, simply because the internet is good, and it is the foundation that has actually done these great achievements. And if it were without the foundation, UNILIA would have so many challenges to be accredited by J. But because of the facilities that have been supported by the foundation, the J were finally convinced or satisfied. The J is the National Council for Higher Education in Malawi. This is the accrediting body that regulates all the programs in the university. So they don't just look at the programs, but also look at the infrastructure. So for us as UNILIA to be accredited, we see that the support from the foundation has played a great role. The foundation facilitated the building of hostels. For example, at Ekwindeni, we have 52 bedrooms hostels for female. And you can see that's a big figure in as far as Malawi context is concerned. The foundation currently is working on supporting the Kanina campus, 34-bedroom or female hostel again. But these are just the few things that we can mention. And with the coming of Ken Gentile, who has been coming almost every year on behalf of the foundation, it has assisted a lot, because Gentile was hands-on officer that would be coming to visit Law's campus, where he was taking some courses. I would be coming to Ekwindeni, and would be coming to Kaningina, and would be coming to central office, where I would be having a roundtable discussion, talking about the needs of the university, and talking about what the foundation would want to support us. So it has been like something that was, I would be saying, participatory in terms of us as an institution. We participate in discussing the issues that would improve the university, but also hear from what the foundation are actually interested in doing with us. So it has been like good partnership from the beginning. The foundation has also provided funds that enabled us to secure some land where we want to build our offices. You know, since the university started, we didn't have our own land where we could build the offices. We've been renting. Where we are now at the moment, we are renting from the Women's Guild of the CCP St. Andrew's Church. But we want to have our own offices, and the foundation helped us to secure the land, and they gave us money, and we have been able to secure that land. And we are now in the plan of making the drawings. So of course we submitted them to foundation, and we'll soon be telling them how far we've gone and what we want to do. So I would say the foundation has done great work in terms of the growth of the university. The university itself has benefited, and that benefit is not only just to the university, but for its recognition. You know, for you as a university to be recognized, you have to show what university means in terms of programs, staff, as well as growth. So the support from the foundation has made the university to be stable, and even show that indeed it's an institute of higher learning. But students that have benefited in terms of scholarship, some would not be able to finish their studies. But because the foundation came in to support the needy students, those needy students were able to finish their studies, and some are working. This is big impact, not only to the university, but to a student, but also to a nation economically. Because a student who has been employed from UNILIA, wherever he or she goes, the recognition goes back to UNILIA, but UNILIA extends that recognition to the foundation who have been supporting. So that's the impact. And also, our students that have come from UNILIA, supported by a foundation, they are so marketable. Wherever they have gone, they have not taken long to be employed. Why? Because the aspect of moral values that UNILIA is teaching helps industries to trust our students. As such, they easily employ them, and they know their good character. So the foundation for UNILIA is a partner that we cannot live without. We have to move together. And the other impact is that some of our lecturers have benefited from the support from the foundation. For example, not all lecturers have the computers or laptops in their offices. For a lecturer to do the work well, he has to have a computer on his table, so that his work does not find challenge in terms of making notes, whatever, presentation of papers, etc., etc. So at one point, the foundation contributed computers at a cheaper price, and staff were able to buy those laptops. And when you see lecturers working so well, it's because of the facility that were able to be provided for. Some students have been supported not only at the University of Livingstonia level, but they have even supported outside the university. Some did studies in USA. I would give, for example, the son of the Reverend Matia Koma, who got his degree here in UNILIA. And the Reverend Koma and the foundation were able to find a scholarship for that son. And that son is now a doctor somewhere, which means the impact of foundation is just enormous. We still have a number of things to do. You know, as the world grows, new needs come in. And even as the university expands, you have to expand other areas as well. With that in mind, UNILIA's greatest need at the moment would be to have some connectivities with other institutions. And the foundation, we think, would be very helpful in terms of connecting UNILIA to other donors, to other funders, to other institutions, to other expertise, so that where we are, we can be able to move on and move forward. At the moment, some of the biggest challenges would be, we would want to see our students accommodated within the campuses, especially female students. The security issues in Malawi are becoming so unpredictable, particularly for a female student. So we want the student to be accommodated in our campuses. We thank the foundation for having supported some of the female students already. But the number of female to be enrolled is still small compared to male. And we want female students to access education as equally as the male students do. So we don't have the female hostels, our student hostels. The more students we have in our university, the more the university sustainable it becomes. Because it is the fees that actually supports the university to move on. So this would be one of the areas. And also, we would want to have a big library for the university. At the moment, we have the campuses that have small libraries, I would say so. Los campus has a library, Kwendeni has a library, Kaningina has a library, but we want to have a huge library at a central place, for example, at Kwendeni, to have a big library. You know, when we go to other universities, we feel ashamed when you compare how small our libraries are. So we want to have one big library for the university, that our campuses, like Kanina campus, when they go to Kwendeni, they will access the books. Equally from Los campus coming to Kwendeni, from other places within Muzu City or within Malawi, they can say there is a big library at so-and-so like at Kwendeni. The other need that we want to have as a future plan is the multi-purpose hall. At the moment, when we come to graduation, it becomes so difficult to accommodate about 600 graduates at the same time. You find that we don't have halls within Mzuzu that can accommodate about 600. We have a hall in Livingstonia, which is not as big. We have a hall in Kwendeni, very small. We have a hall in Kanina, which does not belong to us, but we hire from other people. So we would want to see us having a hall where graduation will be taking place, that when we have graduation, we are able to accommodate all students as well as parents. We also need to expand our programs, especially new programs that will fit the current or contemporary issues. As the world grows, the industries need people of expertise. And we are so much geared to making new programs that would fit the current industries. At the moment, we have 2 master's programs, postgraduate. This Faculty of Theology and the Faculty of Health Sciences. And the Faculty of Health Sciences have just started the Master in Science in Global Sanitation. But we wanted to see all programs from education, health sciences, environmental sciences, in social sciences, at least having postgraduate programs. Because at the moment, first degree does not carry much weight when you go to industries. So recently, we have so much appreciated the way the board meetings have been taking place. From last year, whenever the foundation has board meeting in Washington, they would invite us that we have the Zoom meeting. So we participate as UNILIA. This is something that we appreciate, because we are able to share our views from the UNILIA, which is the beneficiary, and we're able to interact with board members. And this we cherish and wanted to continue. That as we're doing now, what is being recorded here, it will be shared with the foundation. And they will be asking us someplace where they would want to seek clarification. This is how the partnership should work. And we're looking forward to working with the partnership in this kind of way of interaction. The president, Madam Donna Chirwa, I mean, she's just wonderful president, in the sense that she will keep on making contacts, communication. Sometimes from our side we might a little bit delay, but she will always remind us if some time has passed without giving her the information that she needs. This is how it should be. And the the President, Madam Donna Chirwa, we want to say thank you so much that you are able to make more connections for us. And we have even seen some new board members that appear. This for us is something that you can indicate that the President is having sleepless nights thinking about how she and the foundation could support the University of Livingstonia. Thank you so much for this opportunity, and I want to wish the foundation in Washington State all the best, and God bless the partnership.
I am Reverend Isaac Malongo, the University Registrar working at the Central Office. The Foundation has played a very significant role in the university. Since I joined in late 2019, I have seen so many assistance that has come from the Foundation. Let me mention first of all the hand that they gave us just during the coming in of the pandemic COVID-19. The Foundation supported us when we were completely not running the institution. The little that they gave us, it really helped to sustain the university because we had no revenue by that time. But also they have been very much playing a very significant role on infrastructural development, in particular of our new campus, the Kaningina campus. We need to appreciate for that support towards the development of Kaningina campus. Now Kaningina campus is running because of the support that we received. And currently there is a renovation of the girls' hostels, which we inherited from the old infrastructure which were there. It is on advanced stage. The funds has come from the Foundation. Not only that, but the support that they provide to the students as scholarships has also really helped us, because the students, those who fail to pay the tuition fees, they are assisted by the Foundation. So those students who are being assisted, they also really much appreciate on that. Yes, the funding, it assists the running of the university, but also the scholarships leads to students to complete their studies, and many students have become independent and employed because of the support that I've given. So we're economically supported. University of Livingstonia is still a growing university, and we are living in a competitive world. Most infrastructure that we are using, we inherited either from Kaningina, and the laws we inherited from the secondary schools. It's only Ikwendeni that is building their own infrastructure. So our desire is the Foundation should continue praying for us. Their prayers are very vital to the university, but also we need their technical support in some of the infrastructure and the life of the university. As we are developing, we wish and request our partners, the Foundation, if they can also continue to support on infrastructural development. As I'm saying now, half of the students at the Laws campus, they are not accommodated at the campus. The hostels that we have are very, they have small space. So most of the students, they are being accommodated within the community, and thus becomes a challenging to the university to control the students. Kaningina, we are just also developing. We want to thank for the female hostel that is maintained, but we have a big cry for the boys hostel now, because all the boys, male students, are being accommodated around the community. Being a town, it becomes so difficult, and the registration now has become, because we cannot register many boys if we don't have the hostel. We need also to request if they can continue on supporting the needy students. COVID-19 has also added the pressure of needed. Economically, most of the parents have declined. The economic has declined, so many students, they are failing to continue with education. As I'm speaking, yesterday I was getting the report, how many have reported at the campuses and how many have balances. So I received a number of students, those have not reported this semester because of fees issue. At Lowe's, I received almost 7 students that have not reported because they don't have fees. The other area that we would like to ask the foundation is on the faculty beefing up, identifying some individuals who can beef up the faculty members in some of the programs. We are unable to employ lecturers with PhDs that can assist in developing or running the master's program which we have developed. So we hope that our friends can identify some of the lecturers, some of the individuals with PhDs in different fields, and those individuals can be sent here to beef up the faculty. So these are the 3 areas that I've mentioned: scholarships, infrastructure development, and staffing beefing up. Yes, we need to continue communicating, but also we will continue to pray for the foundation here, and we appreciate for all the support that we receive from the foundation. Thank you very much.
Yeah, Kaningina campus has benefited a lot from the foundation. We have the library. We got about 16 million for the renovation of the library, and we also got some money from foundation for the renovation of the girls' hostel, which is about to complete, and students will be occupying the building very soon. We also have another donation from the foundation for a big project, which is the hostel again, which is, I think, 50% complete. So we appreciate for our funders from the US, the University Foundation. We are happy that they are assisting us. The hostels, the 2 buildings will help us a long way, because some students come from far. They come from Blantyre and Sanje, so accommodation is a problem here. So with the 2 hostels, I think we'll be assisted very much. We have 4 or 5 programs coming. We are waiting for the National Council of Education to come and give us a go-ahead on these 5 programs. So the future needs for now are classrooms. We have unrenovated buildings down there, 3 or 4 classrooms. So we need assistance for the same, for classrooms. We also need the extension of the library. The library is small, so with the growing for the operation, we need an extension.
Thank you very much, Dr. Nisu. Your team in Malawi, like I said, it takes a village to raise a child, and many of us working together will get where we're supposed to go. Let me just mention, before I introduce the next speaker, that since 2014, the foundation has raised a total of 902,009 US dollars. And listening to what is going on now, that these funds that have been raised, they haven't been raised for a heck of it. They have been used to the cause of raising a UNILIA child that has to talk and be introduced and still say, we are a village to raise this child. At this stage in time, we have one of the UNILIA graduates, Mastano Zimbiri, who is studying here at the Miami University. So I'll let him share with us what he is doing. Mastano, your turn.
Hello, folks. My name is Mastano Zimbiri, and I am currently here in the USA for my further studies. I graduated from the University of Livingstonia in 2016. From that time, it was very difficult for me to do my studies, considering that UNILIA is a private institution, and for one to be there and complete his or her studies has to have money or income. I was born in a very poor family. I couldn't manage to support my studies until I met Louise Peterson, who was the registrar by then. She took my case very serious, and she provided all the funding that I needed for me to complete my studies. I had that dream of furthering my studies after completion. And in 2018, I applied to different institutions here in the US and also in the UK. Lucky enough, I got admission here in the USA for my master's degree. And I started in 2018 until 2020. And then the 2020-2021 period, I had a chance to work here in the US with a certain organization. I was the GIS and water quality planner in the regional department here in the US. Then I decided to go further with my studies. I applied back at Miami University, where I am now currently working on my PhD in education. I think it is very important for me to mention that it has not been very easy for the whole journey to be where it is. But it's all because of the grace of God and the support I've been receiving from the scholarship funds, UNILIA Foundation, Louise Peterson, and other people who supported me to reach this far. I don't really take this opportunity for granted, and it is my wish also to take part in the near future to support those who are in need. Thank you so much. May God bless you.
Thank you, Mastano, for sharing your journey. You know, life is a journey. So what you are sharing here, from wherever your village was UNILIA, America, now PhD education. Let's go back to Malawi and still raise those children who did not have a chance.
Yes.
Yeah. So I'm glad that you have shared. Before I ask, thank you so much for your sharing. Before I ask some of the students that UNILIA to share their story. I just want to mention that there have been several scholarship funds. Some of them we are hearing from the recipients. Some of the scholarship included the Patricia Erdman Women's Fund. I'm hoping that our president will talk about that. There have also been funds by the Church of the Presbyterian. The president maybe will also share that, including individuals that have been donating to the foundation. I know there is also one project that has been supported by one of the board members, David Sangri. I'm hoping also the president will talk about that. At this stage in time, there's 3 students from UNILIA that would like to share their story, and it's their time now.
Knowing my challenges and what I knew would foresee as I started my education, as I was selected here, I knew that school fees would be a challenge, so I decided to start a business. Having a small yard at my grandparents' place, I built a small coop for chickens so that it should sustain me the little that I can manage, so that I don't ask my parents every time, and they can focus on finding finances for my school fees. So I started my chicken to also help that if it grew as the years passed, because I knew I'll be here for more than 3 years, I could also help my parents to pay for the school fees. So it was one way in my own thinking that I could help out, which I would wake up in the morning early than everybody, and I would go feed my chicken. After that, before 6 o'clock a.m., then I'm done, and then I prepare for my school, and then I go in class by 8, and then by the time I'll be knocking off around 3 to 4, I go back and feed the chickens again. So it was a routine for the first year, and it worked that I could manage to sustain myself with upkeep, assignment printouts, and food transportation. It was manageable. But then I realized that it wasn't enough to help with the school fees, and my parents were finding it more challengeable in the end. My school fees is so... Right now I am thinking of how I'm going to focus. I'm not thinking of so many challenges that might come, because that was the one thing I could see having problems with me, and I actually noticed that in the future I might drop out, but now I have this chance and this opportunity that I really don't want to think of how it will be challenging to do my studies. Right now I am thinking of how I can work hard and finish my education here. Well, because this campus is just starting, we're the first students, and as the residents, as I said, there's no residents on campus. Now they're building hostels, so that is a very big improvement that is happening, as people can apply more because they'll be sure they'll be staying on campus, which is a very big deal to students because they prefer to be close to school and focused than to be moving up and down in town, coming to school, which is challenging.
If they can be built some other hostels, especially to girls' side, because a girl's life is always at risk. So if they can build more, that means they're helping the girls and boys.
We have a lot of students right now that are home. Some were supposed to be in level 4, and then now they may be in level 2 just because of fees issues. They'll be chased out without writing exams and to miss out some semesters. That lead to like them having to miss out some semesters. So these scholarships are really important. I just feel thankful for the scholarship, and I wish they can do more to other students, because it's not just me, but we have a lot of students striving to manage to pay their full fees. So if there is that chance that you can do more to those students, please do so. And I think
As I was watching Gome sing, it was just beautiful. I also want to let you know that in addition to being an absolutely wonderful musician, Gome is also the director of the development and strategic planning program for the University of Livingstonia. So he has his hands full and he always does a wonderful job. I just am going to very briefly tell you about what we as the foundation do, who we are. We are a 501c3. We're incorporated in the state of Maryland. We raise funds for the University of Livingstonia, which is a Presbyterian university in Malawi in Africa. And all of us on the board, who you'll meet in a few minutes, we all work as volunteers for the foundation. So let me just introduce you to our fantastic board. First is me. Well, I don't know if I'm fantastic, but I'm the president. And I'm thanks to Hank and Jenny Kirk, who were the first president and president of the foundation. They came to me back in 2013 and asked if I would take it over, as they wanted to move on to other things, but it was some really, really big shoes to fill. But it's really been a labor of love for all of us. So I grew up in central Wisconsin, and I've lived and worked in Malawi, Zambia, and Kenya. I have a master's degree in public policy with an emphasis in financial management from Ohio State University. I had a long career working in accounting and management for the Department of Veterans Affairs. And then I spent 5 years working for World Vision as a senior financial officer. And I believe strongly, as all of us do on the board, that education at all levels is the best gift that we can give because it moves into all other aspects of life. Winji Mtonga is our treasurer and a board member. She was raised in Zambia. Both of Winji's parents are from Malawi, and her great-grandfather was a reverend for the Livingstonia Synod. She has a deep passion for helping the University of Livingstonia because she feels that it's her way of giving back and keeping her family's legacy, the high value of education. She believes that education in Malawi will greatly help the country and future generations. She attended school at the University of Zambia before coming to the United States, and she currently works as a staff accountant in Washington, D.C., and attends St. Matthew Presbyterian Church. Diana Leslie Mosway is secretary and board member and has been a friend of mine since the 1970s when we lived next door to each other in Zambia. She's taught in Zambia, Zimbabwe, and Botswana. And most of her 34-year teaching career has been in Africa. She's taught A-level and 1B English, served as a department head, and in Botswana established a special needs program at the elementary level. After the death of her husband, who was from Zimbabwe, she is now living in the United States with her children. Next, we have Ellen Kakwende, another one of our board members. She has degrees in associates in applied sciences and allied health physical therapy. She has a Bachelor of Science in Health Systems Management and a Master's in Healthcare Administration. Ellen has worked in a variety of geriatric facilities, including a psychological facility as the Director of Rehabilitation, and also as an owner of a residential service agency providing home health nursing and therapy services, as well as developmental disability group homes. She's a mother to a wonderful 14-year-old boy. I think actually he's a little older than that now. It's hard for me to keep up with some of the children. She lives in Olney, Maryland. Cromwell Masuku is another board member who I've known for many, many years. He's a retired psychiatrist and still does consulting work. Although now living in Buffalo, New York, Cromwell was born in South Africa and raised in Malawi. He attended Livingstonia Primary School before going on to Blantyre Secondary School, and he well remembers the days of climbing up to the plateau where the Laws campus is located. He was chairman of the Stewardship and Finance Committee at McAlpine Presbyterian Church in Buffalo. And Mary Masuku, another board member, is retired after 25 years as a Head Start teacher and a supervisor of Head Start teachers. She's a graduate of Tennessee State University in Nashville, where she met her husband, Cromwell, and he was studying at Fisk University. Mary has also taught theater in Chicago, Illinois. Both her maternal and paternal families were part of the African American migration when they moved from the South to Chicago. Ruth Burgos Sasser was one of our very first, actually her and her husband Don were our first board members in addition to me. When I went and asked them, they said, yes, we definitely want to be part of this. Ruth has a long history in higher education and is Chancellor Emeritus of the Houston Community College System. She's an active member of St. Matthew Presbyterian Church in Silver Spring, Maryland, and has been very supportive of mission activities related to the University of Livingstonia. Her beloved Don and our beloved Don passed away last year, but she keeps busy with the University of Livingstonia Foundation, her 4 children, her church, just many, many things that Ruth is doing in the community. And here is our famous MC, Zipa Bokiwa, who is just been absolutely wonderful since our very first fundraiser in helping out. The very first fundraiser we were in here at St. Matthew Church, and he flew up from Atlanta and sang and was just been wonderful. And for the last probably 4 years now has been an MC and is doing a super job, just as he's done today. Zipa is an associate professor of science at Mercer University in Atlanta. He's regional director for the Wild Fund for Nature International for Southern Africa. He served in Malawi in the Ministry of Agriculture and as Deputy Director of Environmental Affairs in the Malawi Ministry of Research and Environmental Affairs. In that position, he was the Malawi Desk Officer for the UN Convention on Biological Diversity. As Project Director for Mercer University's Fulbright Hays Group Projects, a broad program, he's led students on 3 service projects to Malawi. And finally, I'd like you to meet our newest board member, David Sangri. David is president and founder of Hotel and Leisure Advisors, a hospitality consulting firm that conducts feasibility studies, appraisals, impact studies, and other market research for hotels, resorts, water parks, and other leisure properties throughout North America. He has a bachelor's degree from Cornell University's School of Hotel Administration and professional certifications as a CPA, an MAI, and ISHC, which is member of the International Society of Hospitality Consultants. David and his wife Laura worked in Malawi between 1989 and 1991 through the U.S. Peace Corps. David worked for the National Credit Union System, MUSCO, in Malawi, and Laura taught at the Polytechnic while they lived in Blantyre. They have 2 children and they now live in Cleveland, Ohio. And David, being our newest member, has brought many new ideas onto the board, and we're very, very grateful to him for that and for many other reasons. So that is our board, and as you can see, they are very, very well qualified and very much committed to the University of Livingstonia. And I do want to reiterate that none of us are paid, all of us are volunteers, and we are the ones who are doing the work. I also don't have a picture in front of me, but I do want to thank today our IT person who has been working with us, Marvin Kaluembe. And Marvin has came to us through another friend last year. And let me tell you, he is just an absolute wonder. We really couldn't put on this program without him. So Marvin, we know you're out there sitting and maneuvering all of us around, and we thank you. And finally, I just wanted to go through, again, some of this has already been said, but this is just some of the support that we offered in 2020. We supported 32 students. There were many fewer students because of COVID, of course. And but with scholarships that amounted to over $36,000, we supported additions to classrooms and libraries, road maintenance to get up to the plateau where the Laws campus is, lab fittings for accreditation. We helped out with paying some of the university utilities during the COVID when they didn't have students. And so there really wasn't any income coming in, but we were very grateful that we could help during that very difficult time. And as they struggle to do more fundraising themselves, we helped with some startup for that. And these are just a few things. And then now, so far in 2021, we have supported 50 students with scholarships that are amounting to $54,788. We've rehabbed 2 buildings to be used as women's dorms, and we will be getting helping with furniture for those dorms. Purchased a cottage that will house staff and volunteers, and we'll be helping with graduation expenses. There will be another graduation in October. So that is really my part of the program. And we are really at the end, and I think we will have some more of the wonderful music that we were hearing. Jaco Jano is a Malawian who is a friend of Marvin's, and so we're thankful that he was able to participate in this. But I want to thank all of you who are listening in today, all of you who have already donated and specified it for the fundraiser. For those of you who will continue to donate through the rest of the day and through the rest of the year, we take donations all year long. And I just want to just say a big thank you to all of you, because as it has been said by Reverend Yasulu and the others, we couldn't do this without you and your help. So thank you very much. Have a wonderful evening or day. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. As you can see, we have an artist that's playing very good music. Jaco Jana is a Malawian bred, and he is the founder of Velalungi Foundation. I don't know whatever they call it, but Velalungi is a platform where Jaco Jana teaches arts. So it's different kind of art. There's pencil art, that's drawing, and then they also have music. So he teaches drawing and music. So he's a very talented person. I've met him a couple of times when he was performing for at a lot of events, and his music is just soothing, and it's very encouraging and educational as well. So Jaco Jana is a very, very good artist. So thank you for being here and supporting UNILIA Foundation, just to have projects in Malawi campuses going, because as we give, it's just like we're feeding in education to a lot of people, a lot of generations. So our gifts, our donations will go a very, very long way, and it is good that you're here with us and you're supporting the movement, you're supporting the foundation, and we just ask you to stick around and enjoy more music. Thank you so much.
My 4th track is called Goals. So I hope I'm talking to somebody. If you have something that you really want to achieve, in whatever area it is, there's a possibility in any way, because you're going to achieve it. Because whatever your mind can think of, your mind can achieve. So yeah, please enjoy. goals, all achieved anyway. My goals, what I thinking of right now, yes I will achieve to take time, but I will achieve. My goal is to achieve. My goal. Somebody, I'm talking to somebody. You're out there, achieve your goal. Achieve your goal. Out there, achieve your goal. Don't lose hope. Always have faith, believe in yourself. Somebody, my goal, I will achieve my goal. So I will achieve my goal. My goal, my goal. Thank you.
Everybody,